I have been selling this book, Zanazli and Wan Chun Hong's Guide to Indie Filmmaking, which is published by MPH, for a while now. It's a really good book if you want to be a filmmaker, whether it's for YouTube, social media, TV, film, cinema, whatever. This is the book to get. I'm going to make it more accessible and more affordable to all of you because I believe that everybody needs to become a filmmaker. The more filmmakers we have in the world, I think this world will be a better place to live in. Now it's available as an electronic book download on my website. I'm going to link it here. It's really cheap, it's really affordable. It's only 5 ringgit if you want to get the ebook version. Okay, 5 ringgit. It doesn't really cost much, right? It's just a little bit of something for me. I mean, it did take a lot of work to write. Each chapter of this book talks about one part of the filmmaking process. And for each chapter as well, I interview a local filmmaker. It's only 5 ringgit. It's only 5 ringgit. You're watching and listening to the Fat Brains Film Club. I'm Swimming Azan Azli.
And I'm Shah Ibusawan.
As usual, every week we watch a local film and we review it. And this time we're going to watch a local film and we're reviewing it.
Yes. We are watching Harum Malam.
Harum Malam.
Which has been very contentious amongst all the reviewers. Tak sundal, dia harum je. Okay, we watched Harum Malam.
Yeah, we watched Din Syed's Harum Malam.
Yeah.
In the cinema. It's Din Syed. Bunuhan. What is that? Bunuhan, and then there was another one he did. The one where he had Adil Zafril, is it?
Huh?
The one that got the bird and then investigator, police. That was also him. I forgot what the title is. Yeah.
I don't know. Don't remember.
Not Bunuhan, but anyway, Din Syed lah, right? Somewhat artsy art film director. What's Harum Malam? It's horror now this time. What's it about?
Harum Malam is about an apartment building. No. Yes and no lah. So it's about all these neighbors who live in a flat. Remy Ishak has a illegal, what would you call it? Nursery? He's got like this apartment where he says it in the show, but I forgot. I think it's a nursery lah anyway.
Yeah, it's like a greenhouse lah.
Oh yeah, it's a greenhouse. He's got this like illegal greenhouse in the apartment where he has all these
rare
exotic, rare plants
from all around the world.
Yeah, and then in this apartment building is also a family made out of prawn palari. His wife, Nadia Nisa, and his son, and a small girl, but she's irrelevant to this. So the wife and the son both have sixth sense, hikmah, a gift.
You can see dead people.
See dead people, and they can
communicate with them.
They know this like genes and whatever, so they like mengubat people a lot. So the film starts with like they go to mengubat someone, and the boy seems to be able to have visions of the future, but he doesn't really know how to,
like the mother lah. The mother also is like that.
How to interpret it or whatever. Anyway, he at one point sees that something was going to happen, but he tried to stop it, he couldn't, then bam, his mother died. Okay? And then some weird shit starts happening. It's school holidays, so him and his flat friends are looking for something to do, and his father, Braun Palari, is a massage therapist who massages Remy Isha. So Remy Isha says, hey, I'm gonna go to Indonesia for like 2 weeks or whatever, please water my plants. So Braun Palari has the key, his son takes the key, and then
there's a door in the greenhouse.
There's a door in the greenhouse with like
with some mantra
Post-it
paper
note stuck on it.
Stuck on the door. And
so him and his friends go into the greenhouse, and then one of his friends like
rips the paper away
out,
the
steps on it, and then the door like flings open, and then some weird shit starts to happen. Like children are dying, paws are dying. Matilah kita. Nahaslah kita. Nahaslah kita.
People are dying everywhere.
and
Killing
then,
themselves, killing themselves.
Yeah. No, some are found dead. Some are killing themselves. And this boy is getting the visions every time before.
His friends are dying too.
Yeah, before these people die.
Because they go and kacau the bilik.
He's like very stressed about this, and then his father decides to ikat his hikmah, So when it comes time for him to be directly attacked, and this girl that he cares about, he cannot do anything about it.
No, but that's the thing about the hikmah, because the father wanted to tie up everything so he doesn't see anymore, doesn't
but his
experience
hikmah
anymore.
is so strong.
But he can see, he can hear, he just cannot overcome, he just cannot fight it. Because that was the hikmah that got ikat, the part where he can actually fight.
Stupid. So so the story really is about this boy's journey of kind of taking control, I felt, of his power, of his hikmah, and also about penance, revenge. In the end, you still get what's coming to you. There's also that lady who looks a bit like Lucy Liu, but it's obviously not Lucy Liu.
It's a lady who looks like
The
Lucy
Chinese
Liu.
woman.
The mother.
The mother.
She looks like Lucy.
But she's not Lucy Liu, okay?
Yeah.
So that's what the film is about, in a nutshell.
Yeah.
In a nutshell.
So what do you think about it?
What do we think about it? It's okay. So I was quite skeptical going into this film, but actually, I really like it. I think it's super cheeky. It's so cheeky. It's so cheeky in like I don't know how to explain to you how it's cheeky, but it's just really cheeky. There are all these little like nuances, a lot of phallic nuances, and even in the dialogues, it's just very witty, very intelligent. And yeah, it's scary at some parts. We were in the cinema and people were walking out because they couldn't take it.
Yeah, because it was very gory.
It was very gory, and
Yeah.
it wasn't. I'm sure some of it was CGI, but it wasn't that kind of like CGI ghost gore. It was the you kena rasuk type, like very Emily Rose type kind of horror lah. Which usually I cannot deal with, but this time I don't know why I was like quite okay. Maybe I'm building a tolerance to it. Who knows? But it was just very it was very well done, I thought. It was it was a real nice conclusion to the film. I really liked how the film sort of wrapped up. Usually these kind of films, they always wrap up like a little bit too rapidly. Like, oh shit, it's the last act already, we must like quickly like finish it. But this wasn't like that. You find out the resolution in the end, but the way that it was finished was quite nice lah, I thought. So overall, I had a pretty good time.
Yeah.
Yeah. You disagree?
No, I don't disagree. Just that we're doing this review after a while after watching the film.
I still remember the film.
No, I remember the film. I remember the film too, but it's just the feelings and what is already a little bit
Dissipated.
Yeah.
Because you watched Imaginor. It's like, what is anything else?
Because we watched Harum Malam, then after that we watched Imaginor, right? So anyway, I've never not liked Din Said's films. I think he's a great filmmaker. He's very smart, very intelligent. Bunohan was great. I like Bunohan. Yeah, they're a little bit artsy, right? They're a little bit art house. But there's something there, and I can appreciate it. I like it. And watching Harum Malam, I think this is his most. He did the Mona Fendi movie. Dukun, yeah. Dukun was good too.
Yeah.
Like this one, I think it's like you said lah. It's his most fun film. You could see that he was having fun and he was poking fun, and I really enjoyed it. It was very, like you said, cheeky is the right word to describe this film. It was very sexy, and not sexy, but like that he had that really rare flower that can only bloom once every 5 years.
The phallic one, yeah.
It's basically a gigantic dick.
It's a there are two gigantic.
Yeah, he has two of these plants, and they are just two gigantic dicks, which he uses the pots to plant dead bodies in. It's really great. I like the gore. I like how it's fitted into a horror film. The children acted really well. Braun is great. Remy Shah is good.
These children's performances were very, very good.
And basically, this film is just trying to say that men are
dicks.
Perverts. Men are perverted.
Absolute
assholes.
fucking dicks.
Yeah, they are evil. They are cruel. They are selfish. They only think of themselves. They are self-indulgent. Everything bad about men lah. This film. Because Remy Shah's character is probably the worst man ever, isn't it? There is not incest. Incest? Yeah, there's incest. There's rape. There's murder. I don't want to reveal too much because I will actually be spoiling the film. But yes, this movie talks about how the world will be a better place without men.
Dicks.
Yeah. Women can just survive with dildos and fake dongs and all that. Their own fingers and hands, Just men should just
each
leave.
Other's fingers and
men
hands.
should just be destroyed. And I like.
Did you get on board with that message?
Yeah, and I like how Dan Syed portrayed that. It's really funny, right?
Yeah.
And at the end of the day, it probably is a comedy.
I think that's why I wasn't. I think that's why I could watch the film in its entirety without really being so scared.
Yeah.
Because it was actually the styling of it was not horror films. They are always very grim. You're always waiting. You're always very anxious. You're on the edge of your seat waiting for the next jump scare or the next whatever bullshit that's gonna come at you. But this one is not like that. The dialogue is it's fluid. There's a little bit of humor in it.
But it's not a comedy. It's not a comedy. It is horror and thriller,
But just the way that they speak to each other is very normal lah. It's not usually in horror films it's they're kind of solemn and they're kind of two-dimensional as characters. But all the characters in this film were very fully developed. Very fully developed. Unlike the fetus in the film. But carry on.
And I like the fact that he even pokes fun of how people think that religion will solve everything that's horror.
Yeah.
Will protect them. That religion will protect them from the ghosts, from the jinns, from the shaitans, and all that. Because he's cheeky about it too. Because every time they encounter a bad spirit and they want to fight the bad spirit, it's just simple Bismillahirrahmanirrahim, Alhamdulillah Rabbil Alamin. Finish. That's all. There's no you take this surah to fight this kind of thing. You take another ayat to fight that kind of thing. None of that. It's just the Al-Fatiha all the way. Yeah.
47 times. If you didn't know how to recite the Al-Fatiha after this film, you'll be very good at it.
It is the kunci Al-Quran, It is the kunci of all surahs. So that's
then kunci people's
technically that should be the most powerful ayat. Why do you need it? You know what I mean? So I like he's actually poking fun at that too. People who are just too obsessed about that lah, So it's great. It's a fun movie to watch.
Yeah. So I was also going to say that because the film centers around mostly the boy, right? And all the people around him have very honest chemistry with him. But they also have very honest chemistry with each other. So it felt like a really solid kind of cast where you could really believe that they all live in this flat together. Yeah. The only unbelievable part which you mentioned was also the fact that Braun is too handsome to be poor. He doesn't look like a man that lives in a flat okay. Whose wife just died and then he's like oh. And the other thing I really liked about this film was somewhere at the end Braun has this really human moment where he breaks down and he cries and he basically acknowledges that he is not special and he doesn't have you know, because his wife was the special one, right?
And his son.
Passed on to his son.
Yeah, but he's
and
not special
he's just
at all.
like this bystander, and
His son points that out to him, right?
no, in a fight. But then after that, while he has this breakdown, and he talks about how, and in this breakdown he's saying that he's like not special, but he just wants to help. You know, he just wants to help. He knows he's not special, but he loves them, and he wants to help. And I really felt like portraying this inferiority of the man was like A plus. Love that. So yeah, I think I'm loving this film a little bit more than when I first came out of the cinema. Thinking back about it, it really is a film that I really, really enjoyed. I liked it. Yeah.
So go watch it.
Yes, go watch it wherever you can, when it comes out, wherever.
It's in the cinemas here.
Is it?
Yeah.
Will it still be in the cinemas when
But
this comes
not
out?
a lot of screenings.
Okay lah. So if you can find it, watch it. If you've seen it, let us know what you think. Let us know if you can say the Al-Fatiha after watching this film.
Like this video, don't like this video, subscribe to the YouTube channel, follow us on all our social media platforms at Bidin, or go to fatbidin.com to get everything. You've been watching and listening to the Bidin Film Club. I'm assuming I'm Zan Azli.
And I'm Michelle Ibustawan.